Sevier, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and to also talk to you about Sanctuary Studios and what is Sanctuary Studios all about. Well, first of all, I've been involved in the music industry for 3 decades, about 30 years. Started way back in actually 1981 was when I officially started, and did my first record, Caveman Rock, when I was 16 years of age. Was signed to Taiwan Records with a guy by the name of Tony Williams, and did my second single in 1983 with a group called the Capital Boys, which was a track called Check Us Out. And then in 2004 I entered the first UK Rap Championship, which was held at the WAG Club in, I believe, Wardour Street, and I went on to win that competition and became the London Rap Champion. Very shortly after that, there was a film released. It was the very first UK breakdance hip-hop movie called, what was it called? Electro Rock, that's right, it's called Electro Rock. So I kind of had a little cameo role in that, obviously performing the track that I won the championship with. And really throughout the whole of the 80s was very much involved in pioneering and part of building the UK hip-hop scene. Backtracking, going back to 1981, we launched the very first hip-hop club in the UK, which was called the Language Lab, where we had the likes of Culture Club and people like that were barely starting out would come along to that on a Monday evening. And that was absolutely fantastic, seeing all the young rappers, Dizzy Heights, Man Friday, Jive Jr., some pioneers in the early days of hip-hop. And then in 1983, 1984 at the Podium Suite in Vauxhall, we launched the very first full-on breakdance nightclub called the Breakers Yard. And of course all the breakers, or the pioneer breakers from all over the country, would gather there and just kind of get their skills on. So kind of that was the early part of the 80s for myself, and we kind of, I went on to do several other singles with Stockade, one of the producers who worked with Stockade and Waterman. I did a track called Justice, Just Us, which sort of did relatively well. And then I signed to Fourth on Broadway and did a track called The Terminator, and I did some appearances on BBC, Peppermill at 1, the early stages of when Sky was launched. I did a TV program, a kids program called The Fun Factory, and was just building my little portfolio and trying to find my journey as a musician and as an artist in the hip hop world, so to speak, of England. And in 1999 I signed a major record deal with Warner Brothers through Park Music, which was my management company, the same company that had Terence Trent D'Arby. And I was signed to Psalms West, a guy by the name of Trevor Horn, who had Art of Noise and video Kill the Radio Star, which was a massive single. And at that time Frankie Goes to Hollywood were very much the top of their bill, and that sort of run was coming to an end, and they kind of saw the group I was with at the time, called Hoodle and Priest, as the next act to fill the shoes. But certain things happen in the music industry, and it wasn't to be, and so Trevor Horn produced a young man by the name of Syl, and we all know the rest of the story with Syl. Went on to do great and marvellous things. And then in 2001 I became a Christian, and I found myself going on a completely different season, completely different journey, working in basically the Christian scene really, and that carried me all over the world, working in prisons, working along many youth networks and youth organisations all across Europe, from Iceland, Finland, Norway, Germany, Geneva, down to the West Indies and other sort of parts of the world, really taking this gift that I came to that point and realising it was a God-given gift, to actually use it to to make a difference. And it was quite liberating, because the focus came off of me, and the focus was all, it was really on using my gift for the benefit of others rather than just sort of self. I went to Bible college 1983-84, left Bible college, and founded and pioneered something called Worship and Warriors, which was basically a network of about 70 to 80 ministries for about 10 years would meet at my house. People like Danny Bedingfield, Natasha Bedingfield used to come there as young kids, or young adults I like to say, and Green Jade, Watchman, Gifted, Blessed Man, Set Free, and the list goes on. You know, all these young amazing guys, we would come together once a month to pray, to fellowship, encourage, inspire, and you know, really just to motivate each other. And you know, the cause of that was, you know, most of those guys have gone on to do some absolutely amazing and awesome things, which are still going on today, and that's a credit to them as individuals and a credit to the openness of, you know, just the importance of networking and working together. So really, where does that bring me today? Well, 7 years ago, in 2006, God decided to give me a new title. So it was really not necessarily moving away from Paul, you know, the rapper, Paul the Christian rapper, the minister, etc. But just taking me in a slightly different direction. You know, your life is like many small races, and you know, how you leave one season determines how you enter, you know, the next season. And really important that you have the right kind of character, you know, and realise that when something runs its course, not to take it negatively, but to see it in some way as a form of being stretched and promoted and going on to what, you know, your purpose is really. And so you know, I set up a limited company called Safe Coaching Limited, and God told me to start football coaching. You know, I was an interior designer for 7 years, and God just decided to interrupt that and say, you know, start doing your football badges. As a result of that, I now work for Arsenal Football Club as a football coach. I run my own soccer schools. I'm a personal trainer. I'm still doing music, working on a new album. You know, it's exciting when you let God have the reins of your life, because you know, you realise that you know, the wonderful unexpectedlies of every single day. You know, there's always something to wake up to be excited for when you know that God is at the helm of your life. And so where does that bring us? Where does that bring us with Sanctuary Studios? Well, maybe you're out there and you know, you're a young minister who really feels you're carrying a word or a message, and you've got a young pioneering church and you want to get your message out there, you want to get what God's saying through you to a relevant generation. Well, Sanctuary Studios is a place for you to come and do that. Wonderful facilities, wonderful backdrops, professional staff, professional camera people can really help you put your presentation together in a way that's creditable. Maybe you're a young artist out there and you want to do, you know, just a video, you know, be it a music video or something of that nature. Well, Sanctuary Studios is the place for you. And you know, the same thing, you know, maybe you're out there and you're you know, an actor, an actress, or a wannabe actress or a wannabe actor. Maybe you're a young model who really feels that, you know, you want to get into that particular area of media. You know, well, this is the place for you. Sanctuary Studios provides multiple services with a very high-end professionalism in helping you to take what is in your mind and what is in your heart and to bring it into reality. So I really want to encourage you to get in touch with Sanctuary Studios, where dreams really do become reality.